everybody, welcome back. I hope you all had a lovely week. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. For those of you who are new, hi there, my name is JoJo and this is JoJo Budgets. This channel mainly centers around our family's journey to budgeting and financial freedom. If you're liking what you see, please hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button at the end. Today's video, I am doing my week 4 check-in. We're closing out our August paycheck number 2 budget. Most of the transactions were in September, however, that's just how the paychecks fell. But this is one of my favorite videos to do because we get to pay off debt today. I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys switched over to the transaction log and we'll get started. Okay everyone, here we are at my weekly check-in sheet. You can see this says paycheck number 2. Week 3 was the weekly check-in I did last Thursday, and now this week we're going to be coming down here and doing a week 4 check-in. And over here is my transaction log. All of the yellow boxes are my variable expenses. That's what this sheet tracks right here, our 2 weeks worth of variable expenses. So I'm going to go ahead and just start filling out this bottom section here for paycheck number 2. The dates it's covering for week 4 will be September 3rd to September 9th, and this is for week 4. I'm going to start here at the top with groceries. You can see I already have some whiteout. I accidentally went to write down the groceries from week 3 down here by accident. But we're good. We'll work with it. How I like to do my variable expenses or calculate them is using this remaining section. You can see we're over by quite a bit. I'd had during paycheck number 1, I'll link that video below as well, my week 2 check-in for paycheck 1. We were under budget on groceries by $150, but let's see, so our last purchase, and I budget $400 every 2 weeks for groceries. So $400 plus $168.26 is $568.26. And then to figure out how much we spent this week, I subtract the $435.05 that we spent last week, and that tells me that we spent $133.21 this week on groceries. And then our remaining is negative because we are over budget by $168.26. And then next over here with eating out and entertainment, we ended up being over budget here. You can see we had a family outing on Saturday that we went bowling, we did go-karts, we got some pizza and wings. My teenager brought a friend, of course, because teenagers can't go anywhere without a friend. But so there were 2 teenage boys that were eating as well. But it was so much fun, you guys. We had not gone out for such a long time as an entire family. So it was wonderful. And I budget $100 for eating out and entertainment. So we're over by $48.02. So $148.02 is what we spent in 2 weeks, minus the $11.02 we spent last week. That means we spent that $137 you can see was all at that bowling fun center. And then we were over budget by the $48.02. I'm going to go ahead and just plug these in. I've already calculated the other expenses just for the sake of saving time, but I do like to show you guys an example of how I come to these numbers, what's easier for me and makes it so that I'm likely to make fewer mistakes. So next up is household, and we were over budget in this as well. We ended up spending $109.44, but we got a new pet, you guys. He's so cute. He's this little lizard. We already have a bearded dragon, and this guy is a like a leopard something nose. I can't remember his exact name, but he's adorable. He's my daughter's pet, and She just absolutely loves him. So we got an enclosure, and that's where you can see over here under cash. I think there's one somewhere. There we go, all this cash. So we got this awesome enclosure with sand and plants and all these little cubbies and rocks for him to hide under for $45 with a heat lamp, everything. This setup is awesome, you guys. I'm gonna work on getting an Instagram account going. That's my goal this week, but I will post a picture, and he blends in really good in there. He's super happy. He just chills on his little rock. But a lot of that, I was thinking of taking that $45 out of our pet sinking fund. But I'm trying to build that up because we have some old dogs, you guys. And I'm predicting I want to have that built up for any future vet bills, anything like that. So I didn't want to dip into that. I just cash flowed that pet enclosure and getting everything that he would need. And my daughter named him Gil. He's super cute. Let's see. And then for me, I spent $17.91. That was some scrapbook paper I got from, I think it's scrapbook.com, but I'm going to be making these folders for that planner I'm putting together, and I will show you guys all of that stuff, but I'm stocking up on all of it. I'm getting so excited. It's going to be really cute. So I got all these different folders for themes of the month. I can't wait to show you guys. But I have $22.09 remaining. I put a 0 next to here because that's going to go into my face sinking fund. For those of you who have been following, you know I use that to save up for any more expensive beauty purchases that are not made routinely. So I'll leave that as 0 because that money is not going to be hanging out. And then my oldest, he had $23.49. So we budget $20 for each kid. So he was over by $3.49. My daughter, this $5 was more so split between my daughter and my youngest, but it was just, my husband had to take this cash out of our ATM, and it's hard to get cash now, you guys, and so you can only take 20s out. So he ended up taking out 60 and getting it split up. He stopped at a gas station to kind of break up the money so he could give the guy $45, and then got both the kids like some chocolate milk and stuff. And then I told him to just set the other $10 aside for tooth fairy money, because you guys, my daughter, I don't know, she's just gonna have to be on like a soft diet because that girl is dropping teeth like nobody's business. She looks so cute. I mean, she makes a good jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. I'm sure that's not what she wants to be, but she would make a good one. So I just left my youngest as $0. So he has the $20 remaining, and unbudgeted, we ended up spending $29.71. This ends up, when I bring this to 0 for remaining, ends up being a remaining of over $406.87. That is going to be our variable expenses. I'm going to get you guys switched over to the paycheck budget sheet, and we'll finish closing out paycheck number 2. Here we are at my paycheck budget sheet. This is really where all the information is gathered as far as income, expenses, sinking funds, debt tracking, all that good stuff. If you guys like the look of any of the sheets that you see in my video, I will leave a link to my Etsy shop in the description box below, and you can go check them out. I'm going to start here at the top with income. And I did have some extra income that came in through Etsy. So thank you to all of you who have gone and purchased the sheets. So that was $2.10 that came in. And since we are closing out this paycheck, we can go ahead and add all of the income together, figure out where we are at. So that came to $7,481.86. Great. Now what we'll do is, and I'll go ahead and check off this Etsy income. Now we'll move over to my fixed expenses, and those are the pink boxes on my transaction log. And I do have another transaction log here too, so we'll go through that one first. Our first fixed expense is the car. That came in as expected at $744.17. Next is Sling, and that was $50. It's usual. My HP ink bill, let's see, where was that one at? There it is. That's under at $217. And this transaction log is fully reconciled. Now we'll go to the next pink box. That's the gym. And that came out as expected at $75. Then student loan number 2 came out at $543.40. And security, there you are, $9.99. Okay, and our last one down here is daycare, and that came out as expected at $174. So those are all the ones that have come out when I'm filming the video. I'm filming this on a Wednesday. You guys will see it on a Thursday, but the fixed expenses for this paycheck cover through the 10th, and that's tomorrow when you guys will actually be seeing this video. So these two have not quite cleared yet, but they are very consistent. I'm gonna go ahead, and then this before school, we actually do not need that anymore, nor the babysitter. So I'm gonna go ahead and just write these two in because I know that they will come in at these fixed amounts. And all of these together totaled $4,112.77. Now what we'll do is come over to our variable expenses. I'm going to be using a lot of red for this one, you guys. We were over a lot. Starting first with groceries, we spent $568.26. Eating out was $148.02. Household and pets was $222.02. I bought 2 bags of dog food from Costco. Both of our pets needed medicine. I was telling you, our old dogs, they have joint medicine, and that stuff is not cheap. And then just getting our new little friend up and running with his little home, little Gil. Let's see, and then I am going to do this as 40 because of that remaining is going to go to my sinking fund. And then my oldest, he spent $23.49. Actually, I was not over budget, so I'll put this in blue. There we go. I got just a little too excited with my red pen. And see, my daughter, she spent $5. She was not over budget. My son was $0. Unbudgeted, we spent $51.35. Total, we spent $1,321.87 on variable expenses. Okay, and And now, before we move on to figuring out our debt, how much we're paying towards debt and our cash flow with this equation right here, I'm just going to make sure that our sinking funds are addressed. I had 2 sinking fund purchases. We're gearing up for Christmas already, which I'm so excited about, you guys. I'm ready for some celebrations, some apple cinnamon, pumpkin spice, bring it on. This was both PlayStation purchases, and this came to $99 and let's see, 97 cents. I'm just gonna put over here for this my face that I'm adding $22.09. There we go. And this table, my sinking funds, this is just how I track our transactions from our different categories. I'll link my August closeout, sinking fund closeout video in an information card if you want to see how I use this table from for the month to help me close out those funds. All right, next is the really fun part. Okay, so what we'll do to calculate, our cash flow is we'll take the 74.81.86 minus the 41.12.77 minus the 13.21.87. Awesome. Even after this is awesome, you guys. So this means we are throwing $2,047.22 at our current debt focus, which is the home equity line of credit. We're using a velocity banking strategy to pay off debt right now, which is student loan number 2. I'm going to be doing my velocity banking August check-in. I'm checking in for August to see what we've saved on interest by using this strategy. That video will be tomorrow. So for today, first what we're going to do is our debts that had minimum payments due or were a part of our fixed expense for this paycheck, which was the car, has cleared. So I'll go ahead and update this ending balance. So we'll say the $29.46.60, and it's 0% interest. So that's why we're using the avalanche strategy. That's why we're not focused on this debt, and it is due to be paid off in December, which I am also super excited about because that's going to open up a lot of cash flow for us. So the car is coming down nicely. It's $2,202.43. The cell phone, that bill was not due this paycheck. Now what we'll do is take the $19,274.23, that's the HELOC balance, minus the $2,047.22 that we're putting towards it. And that brings it down to $17,227.01. Student loan number 2 had a minimum payment due this paycheck as well. You can see that one right here. So when the interest is applied, which the HELOC does have interest applied to it as well, when interest is applied to the loan, I show that change in balance when the minimum payment for that bill is due. So the HELOC is due on the 16th. So the interest that is applied towards this loan, I'll reflect that on the ending balance when that minimum payment is due for that bill. I hope that makes sense. So student loan number 2 came down to $40,830.12. Okay. Now what we'll do is add all of these together and see what we're ending paycheck number 2 with as far as our debt goes. Okay, so we'll add the 2202.43 plus 799.92 plus 48.30.12. That's awesome, you guys. We might be in the 50,000s when we end this year. That is so exciting. Okay, we're down to $61,059.48. We started in February with $102,000 of debt. I am also going to be doing a quarterly debt and net worth assessment the end of September. So stay tuned for that just to see the progress we've made in the last 3 months. But this table just helps me track our numbers as minimum payments are cleared, as additional money is thrown at the debt. But this is exciting to see. I will be so happy to start 2021 in the 50,000s for my debt. That would be awesome. Okay, well, that is going to wrap up this video, you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And as I mentioned at the beginning, if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and become a part of the family and join us on this debt-free journey that we are on. And I will see you guys tomorrow when I do my Velocity Banking monthly check-in.